Come up, Mr. Jones.
Mr. Mayor is in Cancun until Monday next week, Judge, so he's not available this morning.
I
So I'm kind
understand.
of filling in. I have had a chance to look at this violation report regarding missed blows. I'm assuming that's our issue here today. Spoken with Mr. Jones about that. Pressed upon him the need for perfection here.
This is no tolerance. Absolutely no tolerance, because we've had one issue after the other. Testing positive for here, doing that over there. We've literally let you go over and over and over, and there's absolutely no excuse for the missed blows. How many missed blows do we have?
Says 19, Your Honor. Within that 7 but Judge, I would ask, if possible, as I'm not the lead on this case, and I know Dustin has had history with the court and Mr. Jones here on this case, if you would consider holding on the consideration of this matter until he returns on Tuesday of next week. So
I'm sorry, Ben, I can't. I have to know, you have to know that we mean business. I'm not here to toy with you and play games with you. Know what the expectation is in this court. You've been with me for as long as we've had. You're over there.
Because I have a cold, y'all. Cold weather. I apologize. So can I please speak on the breathalyzer?
No. You know what the expectation is. You have 19 missed tests. That's it. I'm sorry, Ben, I can't. You're here in his stead. You're a capable and outstanding lawyer. I have the utmost respect for you, but 19 missed tests are 19 missed tests. And I've been telling him since the absolute beginning, there's just no tolerance.
Oh, please.
No.
But to his credit, Your Honor, we have no positive UAs. He's been here on weekly UAs, so there's no indication that he's using this to obfuscate for
I go to sleep early, man.
Test, and he is blowing outside the window, so we don't know what he's doing.
Oh my God, sir, I go to sleep at 8 o'clock every night, sir. It's just the 10 o'clock ones, and I get my 5 o'clock one first thing in the morning, Your Honor.
Then you come here and you ask.
Oh, they just told me about this last week in pre-trial over there, and they said that I had a 45-day miss.
You have 19 missed blows, dude. Covering the camera.
Please, Honor, I will do anything. I'll even go on that drug, Ankhamon. I'll do anything, Your Honor. I'm really trying here. I swear to God, I will do anything you want me to do if you just please let me stay free. I swear to God, Your Honor, I'm really trying here. Please, Your Honor, it's just, I don't even drink.
From the 15th of November, you have been skipping tests. You have been to this court.
I go to sleep at 10 o'clock and I still did the ones later on when I would wake up, and they told me this just last week, Your Honor. I swear to God. I swear on everything I love.
You know.
Please give me a chance, Your Honor.
Testing schedule is, and I've given you one
I started
after the other. He goes with you. No.
Oh my God.
Your Honor, may we discuss setting a new bond for
Of course.
Oh my gosh. Why? Please, I'm trying to do everything.
Goes with you.
Oh my gosh.
Bond is at 5,001 now because of the prior violations. I will now set it at 10,002. I'm sorry, Ben, but he's tested positive literally over and over and over. He continues to test positive for marijuana. When I've told him to stop, he's tested positive for opiates. He's tested positive for this. Now he's skipping blows. He has obscured the camera as well?
It's not necessarily that he's obscured the camera, but it's too dark to view. It doesn't mean that there's.
It's the same thing. If we can't see you in the camera, then you're fooling. And I'm done with the fooling. That's it. I know that Dustin's gonna be pissed, but I mean, I've got it in black and white. And Dustin knows that it's no tolerance.
Consider 7502, Judge, for both.
Okay, Ben. Okay.
This is one of the most uncomfortable moments you'll ever see in a courtroom. The judge isn't ruling on guilt, he's ruling on risk. Lifetime probation, weapons allegations, kids involved, repeated violations. When judges say public safety, emotion takes a backseat to prevention. And when a defendant reacts like this, it can sadly reinforce the court's fears instead of easing them. Real talk, did the system fail him, or did his history leave the judge with no other choice?
But he has to know that we mean business, man. If I let him go now, I'm enabling, and I'm not gonna do that. I can't, but, fine, because, Mr. Thurman, you're back. Okay. So I told you before, two of my main concerns are, or my two main concerns are, number one, are you going to go back to the jurisdiction where you're wanted from? And number two, most importantly, are you a danger to my public? I take public, safety. It's as important as my hair. You know what I mean? It's that important, right? Because I don't want anything to happen out there with my name attached to a bond. I try everything in my power to ensure that everybody's protected. And I see that you're wanted for a really serious case. It's an armed robbery, right? I mean, that's what you're wanted for. There's no denying it. That's what it says on the paperwork.
He's on lifetime probation in Michigan.
Lifetime, there's such a thing as lifetime probation?
There is.
Yes.
Whoa.
So that case, well, I'll let you do the talking.
No, he did his time and he got out and lifetime probation out of Michigan. So that's what's happened. I believe it got.
So how on, what would, aside from like a murder case,
So he was
what
charged
would
with
garner?
murder twice, along with 2 armed robberies.
I wasn't charged twice for no murder.
It just shows up.
It just shows up
Oh, I
twice.
was about to say, I wasn't charged
Murder
twice.
along with armed robbery or aggravated robbery in our jurisdiction. He's placed on probation. Since that time, he's been charged in our jurisdiction with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and felon possession of a weapon. In those, he had bond conditions when it started off, where he was ordered to have a GPS monitor. He has had multiple curfew violations on top of that noted. And so I do believe he's a safety risk, because even with literally an ankle monitor, he doesn't follow court conditions. And so I believe he is a safety and flight risk. And the fact that there was a weapon involved with multiple witnesses, some of them children, him threatening to murder them, is that I would be opposed to a bond being set. Also, it should be noted that because of the way the probation was transferred, I can't confirm, so I can't approach on it yet. But from what I see on the system is that he moved the probation to Texas, which means there's an ICA. But I don't have the documents, which is why I can't present them. If there's an ICA hold, he is ineligible for a bond, because that's an ICA hold. I don't have it, which is why I can't say. But if I get the documents.
Interstate compact agreement.
I understand. May I speak, Your Honor? Okay. After, we talking about the probation, I'm at the probation, the GPS curfew wise, my judge knows all that was going on. So he knows every information and why I've been late. I have evidence of why I'm late. So he knows everything that's going on with my GPS.
You're not supposed to be late.
He knows why though.
I understand.
That's why he said, okay, it's fine. He said it was fine.
Quick question, is it a motion to adjudicate?
Well, no, it's still an open case. It's not under probation, but you're just asking if they do a bond violation report. They did on November 1st, 2024. They filed a motion to revoke.
Oh, so it's recent.
It's very recent.
So they've not
This month.
heard, okay, and then so there's not been a hearing on that yet, right?
No. But that's even after they amended the order. Also, he has further bond violation reports on December 18, 2023, another one on November 28, 2023, and that's after they amended it twice. One moment. So he seems to be agreeing with this. So the fact that he has 3 violations on top of having lifetime probation and a possible ICA, obviously, I'm still opposed for him.
Why are you on lifetime probation?
That's the way they set it up as. I took the plea
What
deal.
are you on probation for?
The armed robbery, conspiracy to commit armed robbery. I did 5.5 years, came home off lifetime probation. And to continue what I'm saying, I'm a threat to, a flight risk. I can't be a flight risk. Every court that they set, I came every single time. Every court that Michigan have set, I flew out there every single time. I knew I was getting locked up Monday. They told me that Thursday, I still showed up to court and got locked up. So there's no flight risk in this whatsoever if I'm been showing up every single time.
And you may be showing up, but at the end of the day, you continue to do what you want to do without regard to bond conditions.
And what do you mean by that, Your Honor?
Meaning that they put you a GPS monitor, and they give you a curfew,
Yes.
and you don't abide by the curfew.
I was working, Your Honor. That's why the judge has extended, because they had my probation curfew time at us. I forgot what time it had as, but I had started my new job because I came, got locked up, lost my other job. He said, okay, the violation he's talking about, I came into court and talked to the judge, and he extended my curfew. It's like, okay, we've been working. I said, yes, I have documentation of new work. So I'll show all my documentation and you say, okay. So the stuff he's mentioning violations for, they already been taken care of. So he's not stating that either. He said 2023 is, obviously I'm still free, right or wrong. I'm still free. That means he's seen all the paperwork. I came with legit paperwork.
And that's kind of where I was coming from at it. If it's a lifetime probation and it's curfew violations that he's still out, my speculation would be that he was able to make an explanation to the judge, and that's why he's not been revoked. So he's still here. As to the underlying charge, it's still a charge and that's what it is. Like he said, he turned himself in on Thursday knowing that he was going to get arrested and held. And so I'm sure that Michigan it's a probation violation because of the underlying charges. And plus, that's where that MRP is probably coming from. I believe he's proven time and time again that he's gone to Michigan, taking care of what he needs to take care of, and he will still be here he's been on bond on the underlying case for about a year. Your Honor, he's not been locked up this whole time up until this recent arrest. So, and at this point in time, this is really just for if since we don't have proof of an ICA, if the judge is willing to set a bond, how much that would be, if there's a willingness to set a bond.
Let me read this to you.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Texas Code of Criminal Procedure 17.03. NLR, out of state Michigan, armed robbery, armed robbery with a conspiracy, 2021. Probation transferred to Texas 3/20/21. Concurrently charged with murder, which was dismissed. No holds. Defendant is not indigent and defendant is alleged to have gone to complaining witness's home and pointed a gun at complaining witness and complaining witness's 3 children because one of the complaining witness's children was involved in a dispute with defendant's sister at the child's school. Defendant threatened to kill, quote unquote, everyone in the home. Defendant then left complaining witness's home and came back with defendant's father, both ready to fight complaining witness and complaining witness's wife. That's the aggravated assault that we have now. So, knowing that you're on lifetime probation for a very serious case, you know that you're supposed to be out there with a halo over your head. And yet you pick up an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon where allegedly a gun is pointed at kids. I mean, the way your mannerisms.
I would say something, Your Honor, that's why.
But don't, though. You have this open case.
Understandable.
Everything they can say, they can use it against you. My concern is public safety, man. And you got to understand that I don't know if you're guilty of this offense or not, but the problem is bad stuff keeps happening to you for some reason. It's like somehow, sometimes people are their own worst enemy. They get out and then something happens and then they just end up picking up another charge. It's like a cold. You pick up another charge, you pick up another charge here, you pick up another charge there, you don't follow bond conditions here. Mr. Thurman, you scare me, man.
Yeah, I scare you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
And I've been out for a whole year since this case happened, and this is my first time being into this courtroom again, and you're fearful for whose safety if I've been doing nothing but right and working.
That's not true.
That has been true. I've been out for a year on bond and I have not been into this no courtroom, but on the jump shoot, I should say. Your courtroom, anybody's
You want
courtroom.
me to reward you for being
Saying, but you say you're in fear. You say you're in fear for safety. That's what I'm saying. Like, who are you in fear of? I have not been into any trouble whatsoever. I've been squeaky clean. Just I bonded out.
And Your Honor, to
You
your,
don't get rewarded for being a good person out there. You know what I mean?
I
You're
understand
supposed to be like that anyways.
I understand that wholeheartedly, Your Honor. I'm just saying, when you say you fear, and I'm saying, how are you in fear if I've not been doing anything? That's showing you, that should show you some type of sign, like, okay, he's not been doing anything wrong. So where is the fear come to play? That's what I'm asking you.
The fear is really because, when people come here, it's little bunnies jumping in the woods, raindrops, rainbows, gumdrops, And then when they get out there, they turn into different people. It's like Jekyll and Hyde. And I don't want that. Like, I don't want someone out there to suffer because we let you out. I let you bond out. You've got an armed robbery, you've got an ag assault. You continue to violate conditions on those bond, right? That shows me that you're not willing to abide by bond. I mean, quite frankly, you're lucky to even be out on those charges with the ankle monitor, and you continue to violate.
And Your Honor, you keep saying violate, like, if I was in violations they have on file, by the way. Those have been taken care of. Once again, you keep on saying violations, but they took care of. The felony court judge seeing I have proven, what's the word I'm looking for? Just proven, facts that this is why I'm late. I have a new job. I got fired because I got arrested from the other job, so I started a new job. For me having a felony in my position, and just call it what it is, a young black man with a felony, it's hard for me to get a job anywhere. So the jobs I do get, I take up on those. So it's hard. Any shift they open up for me, I'm going to take it and show my work ethic to them. So I let the judge know that. He sees that. He understands, like, okay, that's why you keep on bringing up violations. I have to work. I have to eat. I have to have a house to live in, like anybody else here. So you keep on bringing that up. I'll keep saying, I already talked to the judge about it. He granted it already. He let it go. That's why I'm still free to this day. Well, was free to this day. And you keep bringing that up. You saying threat to your fear, which is understandable. Everybody gonna have fear, but I have not been into any trouble. I've been working. I've been working for a whole year. I've been on my P's and Q's. And like you say, the police report that you're reading, sir, the case is still open, so I can't really speak on it. I'm pretty say much, but it's a lot more to it than what you're just reading on that police report. It's always gonna be video cameras and house ring cameras, body footage. It's gonna be a lot more other things that you're not gonna be able to read off a police report, which is understandable.
Just too much blood, Mr. Thurman. I'm sorry. I can't set you on. It's just too much. I'm sorry. Hey, this isn't.
Do not walk away.
This isn't.
I said, okay, it's fine.
Really. I understand that you're hurt, Mr. Thurman, but look.
I've been doing my best trying to. Y'all say you tell me I'm the bad guy, and I've been doing nothing but my best of my abilities, working, staying out of trouble. And you're a threat, and I'm a threat to society. Really, for a whole year I've been out, and they just not issue a warrant for me just now recently, and I come to turn myself in, and I'm a threat to society. And people, you fear me for what? From turning myself in, show you that I'm not running for nothing. I'm not running for anything. I'm innocent, and I'm coming to show you I'm innocent by turning myself in. But y'all a threat. You can let go of me, sir.
Stop.
You can let go of me.
You do not tell me how to do my job.
Just you can let go of me. Grab my arm too tight.
Guys, relax. Relax.
Arm too tight. All I said. Grab me. Look how you grabbing me up.
Back up.
Look how they grabbed me. I said, let me go a little bit.
You gotta calm down.
I'm calm. I asked him a question. I asked him a question. Let me go a little bit, sir. That's all I said.
Open the door.
That's all I said. When you make somebody cuss you out or anything. You said I'm all tight. You just rub me. You know what I'm saying?
So he already waived, so if he
He
just
did.
holds it, then it's.
Just, yeah, I can't.
I'll go talk to him, but once again, Judge, understandably, I think I know that he's frustrated, I believe.
I understand. I get it. And I would be too, but I can't. That's just too much blood. It's too much.
It looked like there was.
Even, and I'm going to tell you, even if he didn't have those bond violations, I'd still be very hard pressed to even,
No, and I was curious because when she brought it up, it was a little bit older, and so I was wondering why.
are they going to come get him?
I'm not gonna get him. I was trying to figure out why now, and they were just having back and forth.
But here's the problem. So he hasn't made bond on those cases. So we're sitting anyways.
Yeah.
He has not?
No.
He said he did.
No, he's not made bond on those cases.
He's been in jail for a year?
No.
He may have, but they revoked the bond.
Ah,
Yes.
So he's sitting there, and I
There you go.
didn't have the heart to tell him right now that the 14 days is not going to apply.
Yeah.
Because
I gotta do that.
Well,
I will, really.
I would
I
imagine.
will, I'll let him know.
I'd imagine it's gonna get resolved because it's one of those. It's a bizarre. So we revoked. Harris County revoked because Michigan revoked because it was charged with the ag assault. So it's a chain of events because the only thing the court sees is that they revoked
So-
the probation, which was caused. by
Please let him
events.
know that the 14 days hasn't kicked in, and it will not.
It will not kick in.
Resolves.
Right.
And either he resolves the cases,
So which one does he need to resolve first in order for?
Well, for the felon possession of the weapon, there's, hold on, I don't want to.
Is that an offer?
No, it's going to trial. That's why it's been reset out. It's been set for jury trial at least.
Four
Really?
times.
4 times? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
5 times, Judge.
Next time is January 6th, 2025. But he's held on 55,000 bond for the ag assault and 55,000 for the felon possession. So he has to come up with 110,000 for.
Wait a second, so
So it doesn't matter what you did today.
can't, even if I gave him a bond today, he would still have to make those bonds.
110,000.
So my question now is, when did that warrant for the felonies pick? Because he's saying he's been out for a year ever since this
I'll
ag
explain.
assault got picked up.
I show a remand defendant custody on November 18th, but I don't know what the previous.
So the only reason why his felony bonds got revoked was because Michigan
Well,
revokes.
I should
Oh,
say
no,
only.
it doesn't, we don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
Because there's no notes that reflect why they revoked the bond. It just says, court directive remand defendant to custody. Let me see if they give an explanation. Hold on.
Okay,
Is remand to custody, violation report, but that's not a revocation. Yeah, because,
it's a violation report from Michigan?
no, for me, so remember when I said the newest violation was on November 1st for all the curfew violations?
Mm-hmm. Is that from here?
Technically, that could be the reason why they revoked instead of Michigan. I don't know, because I don't have the document. And
Yes.
So.
But he hasn't gone out to Michigan to, I guess, take care of.
For that
The
one,
current
that one
bound
since
violation.
2023, so it would have predated.
I
It
get
just
you.
takes some time for them to do it, which is why I hate it, because they should have waited to file it. But whomever originally had him, well, actually, if he said he was in the courtroom, that happened. Yeah, sheriff's office. So they should have known to wait and file.
I got you. Okay.
Okay, well, I guess reset to track locals. Oh, man,
Don't set it to January.
I'm not. When in
So-
December would you like to touch base?
Now, my question now is, does it matter for us to touch base if his locals are gonna be reset out, far out? What's the
Yeah,
point of?
Yeah, we have to,
You gotta
keep
do
it.
like a plea deal, pre-trial.
Ah, makes sense.
Or mid-trial dismissal, because it's Troy Locklear on the one of.
So let's do this. Do you see a date for like a pretrial motion or a pretrial setting for them?
They file a motion.
Highly doubt it,
File a
Judge.
motion. I mean, there's nothing between here and there. Judge Jones, I would be surprised if they set another
Okay.
So if you want to talk to Troy-
18th, 17th of December?
17th of December.
Finner? Is it Troy Finner?
No,
Troy Locklear. So hold on, December 17th.
I don't know. I'll find out.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
17th or 18th, whichever one of those days works for you, I'm good by it.
I live in this building, you tell me.
and then if you have any problems with him, just, we can bring him back out as far as just tracking locals, meaning that just let him know they revoked the bond.
Oh,
And
that's-
essentially, the time here, it's kind of told until he either gets a bond reinstated, post-bond, or somehow deals with the case.
Because the bond is set, so if he can come up with the money, he can. But I'll put 17th, and then if you want it sooner, or a couple
Got
days,
you.
let me know. And I'll
Sounds
see you
good.
tomorrow for.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I think
Thank you, Judge.
we are done.
Maybe excuse you.
Oh, my God.
And Your Honor, I filed dismissal on moves. I
This is one of the most uncomfortable moments you'll ever see in a courtroom. The judge isn't ruling on guilt, he's ruling on risk. Lifetime probation, weapons allegations, kids involved, repeated violations. When judges say public safety, emotion takes a backseat to prevention. And when a defendant reacts like this, it can sadly reinforce the court's fears instead of easing them. Real talk. Did the system fail him, or did his history leave the judge with no other choice?
come up, Mr. Burrows.
Also, she sent me an email from,
If anything, have you done for your GED?
And what I did for it,
What have you done?
I went to a class and then I tried to go yesterday. They canceled it and he also,
You went the day before court.
and I also went before.
Judge, she's been going before even the last court date, and we, you know,
Prove it.
I can text you.
In this life, you are only as good as the proof that you don't have. If you don't have proof, you have nothing. Spoken word means absolutely Nothing.
Judge, the instructor, I got an email from him that she sent me saying that she's been going to the classes and that class was canceled on the 4th yesterday. But she did, attempt to go to class. So she's been going, she did already take a test, and this is one where she did fail the first test. So she's been working on it. It's not enough.
I mean, here we are. How many resets have we had? We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 resets since May. You're now in December. You have had 5 to 6 months. Show me the money. Otherwise, it's not going to go well for you today, Ms. Dixon. Show me. 5 to 6 months.
And Judge, this was a case where she was paying for the classes, and then she had to then enroll into the free program, which she's been doing for the last little bit.
Are you playing Candy Crush? What's going on over there?
I'm trying to text him.
Texting who?
The instructor, like, what I'm supposed to show you? Cause I don't have no proof, like, I don't have nothing.
Tell me, what have you done?
I went to the class,
Okay. Which class did you go
the
to?
GED resource.
Okay. And what, because the way I understand it, there are different modules that you do. You do science, you do language arts, you do math, you do, and whatever else it may be. You go through each section, you complete it, take a test, and then when you're done with everything, you take an overall test, and then you get a diploma.
That's not.
What have you done?
Basically explaining on how everything's gonna go, and I was gonna finish everything else Wednesday when I was gonna go, but the class was canceled.
Who is the provider that you have?
His name was,
Grab me a phone number, because I'd like to call them right now.
I have a number for you, Judge.
And go ahead and put this on.
Oh, yeah. Charles Jackson.
Mr. Jackson? Yes, my name is David Fleischer. I'm a judge here in Harris County. And I have someone that's with me in our court, and she's doing a program with you guys to try to get a GED. I'd like to confirm that's Coriel Dixon. So Wednesday and Thursday, and then did you say every other Saturday? Okay. And then, so how does it work as far as getting the diploma? Do you do different classes as far as science, math, and how do you at the end get it? Can I put you, I have her in front of me. Can I put you on speakerphone so that she can hear this as well? Do you mind? Okay, hold on. So, I've got him. Okay, Mr. Jackson?
Order in the court, please.
Okay, tell me, how goes it?
So, yeah, it's kind of twofold. They take an assessment. Based on that assessment, allows me to know where the student is as far as their grade level in math and in reading. Based on that, they go on 2 tracks. And so one track is like a probation education where we're just literally working on kind of some elementary reading and math skills.
Okay.
Or a GED track where they're ready for GED content. And so, yeah, and I usually just, go from there. I work with my GED students individually. And
how long does the process take? And how long can we expect it?
Well, so that's honestly kind of a loaded question, depending on where they fall. I believe Coriel scored pretty well.
Great.
So yeah, and I've worked with people that have gotten the GED in 3 weeks. I've worked with people that have gotten the GED in 2 years.
I can't do 3 years. That's too much.
Well,
I know, I'm kidding.
No, I understand that.
She's been faithfully attending though? Yay or nay?
Yes.
Okay, great.
And with some consistency, 3 to 4 months, maybe less.
That sounds great.
That's just me ballparking.
I'd like to stick with it because I think at the end of the game, our goal here is that she ends with that diploma. And I think that would be a win for everybody. I'm calling you. I want to make sure that everything's going well, that she's attending, faithfully attending and doing well. And it sounds like you're saying that this is what's been happening.
Yes.
Great. Okay, so I'm just going to continue everything. Just continue to go, Miss Dixon. I mean, you got, like what he's saying, if you continue at it 2 to 3 months, you'll end up with your diploma. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jackson. I really appreciate your help. You've been great.
No problem, Judge. You take
Okay.
care.
You too. Thank you, sir. Bye. Great. Good job. Just keep at it. Okay. So let's set it 30 days. I want to ride this through. You're so close to being through. All you got to do is see it to the end, and then everything great will happen for you here as well. Okay. All right. Good job. All right. Good morning, sir.
Thank you for seeing me, Judge.
Of course.
Come before you. I don't really know.
You're 18 years old. Have you been to prison before?
No.
Mr. Romero, do you want to take a guess what in God's name they would do to you in prison? You have had already in September, you get on probation. 3 months later, they file a motion to revoke your probation. They keep you on your probation. They extend, or they did whatever they were going to do. And now 2 months to 3 months later, you're back yet on another revocation. Do you have any clue what they would do to you in prison? You and your 18-year-old self. Do you know what they do to 18-year-olds in our Texas prisons? Take a guess what they do to 18-year-old kids in prison. Take a guess. I read stuff that had me damn near in tears because it was so bad what they do to certain people when they go to Texas prison in Huntsville. They literally treat you like a freaking rag doll, pass around like it's a freaking cigarette. You are chattel, meaning a piece of property. That's only the half of what they do to little young children in Texas prisons. You have now are on your second motion to revoke. It's only a matter of time before they say, you know what? This little dude don't get it. Let's send his ass to prison for 3 years. When that happens, you'll be crying for mommy and daddy. And if you don't believe me, start asking the people in jail. They'll tell you. I'm happy to roll it whatever you want, Jillian.
Let's do that. Thank
If
you,
you want to
Judge.
do a week, 2 weeks, whatever you want.
That's fine.
Get a clue before it becomes too late and you become a piece of chattel. Okay?
All right, sir. Oh, it's okay.
Blake Jenkins. Mr. Jenkins, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with 2 counts of terroristic threat. Was he on bond for this case and then he picked up a new case?
Yes, Your Honor, it appears so, that he was on bond for the.
He was literally on bond and then a week later he picks up a new case. Don't. Are you here with anyone today?
Sure.
Yes, yes, it appears correct. He was on bond and then he picked up a new case.
So as I see, he picks up his first terroristic threat. We gave him a PR bond on November. So, tell me if I'm wrong. So, check this out. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it looks like both of these were just both 2Bs, meaning warrants had been issued, and he had not been picked up. This is Jenkins. And it looks like we picked him up all at one time, and he was given a PR bond on November 13th.
On the terroristic threat?
On both cases, they're both terroristic threats.
Yeah. Yeah, because it would have taken a month for him to get arraigned, so it must have been.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct. There were.
Okay, so he was not on
No, he
bond.
was not. There were both 2Bs, Your Honor.
Now, do you guys know the relationship of Ryan Kalal?
He was just a member at the gym that the defendant attends.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and do probable cause on both cases.
Okay.
So Mr. Jenkins, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with 2 counts of terroristic threat. One is against a family member, so on that one, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Your other case is just against a garden variety civilian, so on that one, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
So for the terroristic threat involving a family member, the complainant and the defendant are brothers. The officer was dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas in response to a family disturbance. The defendant was removing the complainant's belongings from the residence and putting them in the back of his own vehicle to prevent the complainant from getting his things. The complainant tried to remove his things from the back of the vehicle when the defendant stated, "I will kill you." The complainant was in fear for his life when the defendant said this. The defendant also later texted the complainant that if he touched his things again, that he would cause him severe pain. And then for the other terroristic threat, on October 26, 2024, the officer was dispatched to Crunch Fitness in regard to a terroristic threat. The officer made contact with the complainant. The complainant, the manager at the gym, stated the defendant was involved in verbal and physical altercations with other members, and multiple complaints were filed. The complainant stated that the defendant's membership was canceled due to the issue with other members and the defendant making threats. The defendant then continued acting aggressively after finding out this information and caused a disturbance by screaming and cursing loudly. The complainant told the defendant he needed to leave and not return. The defendant became more agitated, left the business, but returned multiple times. The complainant stepped out with the defendant and told the defendant repeatedly not to return. The defendant responded multiple times he was going to come back to the business and kill the complainant.
All right. So, Mr. Jenkins, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on both of your cases. I'm now ordering you on both of your cases not to have contact with each of those witnesses and not to go where they either live or where they work. Do you understand? In the first case against your brother, a protective order has been issued. So I would get to know that protective order, because if you violate the protective order, they will file additional charges against you. You violate those conditions, I can hold you at no bond, zero bond until this case is over with. And I want you to know that I will protect every single person in Harris County by all means necessary. And if that means putting you in jail, locking you up at $100,000 bond, $50,000 bond, $2,000, whatever it may be, it's going to happen. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons as well. You're not to go back to Crunch Fitnesses also. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You pick up any more cases, violate even one iota of these conditions, I'm going to keep you with me. And I'm going to tell you now, it's going to be high. And if you don't have anyone to pony up that kind of money, $10,000 to get you out, you will be stuck like Chuck in custody until these cases are over with. And I'm going to tell you, it takes damn near 9 months just to get a 911 tape. Do you understand? How old are you? What do you do for a living?
I worked in catering, and then now I'm doing solar. So I'm a sales representative.
What kind of money you make a month?
I haven't made any money. Right now I'm living off unemployment checks because the money I had from my last job ran out, and the money that I'm making on my new job is all commission, so I have to close the deal before I have any income.
Who are you living with?
I'm actually living in my car at the moment.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application for an appointed, actually, let me see your name. On this application, you says your spouse's salary is $10,000 a month. What does that mean?
My what?
It says under spouse's salary, $10,000. You make a total income of around $11,000 a month.
Did I fill that out? I didn't fill that out.
I'll have you fill out a new one then.
Okay.
So you're living in your car.
Yes.
How is that?
I mean, it's fine as long as it's not fine.
Sucks. Sucks to live in your car, doesn't it?
I mean, I don't have any money, so I mean, it's better than the street.
What I'm trying to tell you is that when you're living in someone's house, under their roof, don't bite the hand that feeds you, because register what I'm trying to tell you, Mr. Jenkins. If you're under someone else's roof and they're kind enough to take you in, when you bite the hand that feeds you or burn a bridge, you never know when you may need to cross that bridge. Now you've burnt the bridge, you can't even cross that bridge, you're living in the car. Living in the car sucks. So be nice. It's not hard, especially when you're living under someone else's roof. It's not that hard. And if you get into an issue where you fight with someone or you're upset, walk away, find another release. Do you understand what I mean? It's not hard. Be nice. Do you mind giving me an application? I'm going to have you fill out this application because I need to know everything about you as far as money-wise. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Jermaine, and then I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box where we get all your orders ready, and I'll find you a lawyer. Okay? Okay.
So I'll be on the court today.
Yeah, I'm going to have you talk to the lawyer today. So don't leave until I excuse you.
This is the moment the court sends a message not just to him, but to everyone watching. Bond isn't punishment, it's leverage. When conditions are violated repeatedly, judges raise bond to force compliance or remove risk. The key phrase you heard was, "I'm done." That's judicial finality. Once that line is crossed, explanations stop mattering. Be honest, is this tough love or too harsh for technical violations?
All right, so I got a bond violation report that says here, you entered the exclusion zone on 7/8 at 9:08 a.m. You left at 9:13, entered again at 3:57 a.m. There was a curfew in this case, was there not?
Yes, and if you would, Judge, if you're anything like me, you have a tank of goodwill that can run empty. And you've given us more than we deserve in this case. Hurricane Beryl, this was the height of when Hurricane Beryl was coming through the neighborhood.
Who in their right mind is supposed to be out in a hurricane at 4 a.m?
His power had gone out. He learned that his sister had a generator. And so that's where he was, that's the address. It's his sister's home where there was a generator that could provide some cool air. And that's what was happening in this case, but there's no excuse. He understands what his bond conditions was.
Let me ask you this, was he allowed to be at the house that he went to?
Not according to his bond.
I had nowhere to go. It's hot.
So what? Everybody else in Houston still doesn't have power. 1 million people still don't have power. Still, to this very moment. And they're dealing with it.
Did you contact pretrial services to let them know where you were going?
Yes.
When did you do that?
Yesterday.
Okay, but you didn't do it
Days
before you went.
I called them. They wasn't answering the phone.
Okay.
I got pictures.
I don't care if
screenshots.
it's calling
Understood.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It don't matter who you're calling and what's your excuse. You have bond conditions. This is not the first time. This is not the second time. This is not the third time that you've had bond violations. How many is
This
this?
is the sixth time I've been here in the past 45 days.
Am I supposed to let you go after 6 times? Mr. Stewart?
To be fair, the first time was my first appearance, so that was just a regular court thing.
You know, we all have to deal with very stressful situations. We are all under, we all deal with the stress, and really 1 million people still, or I gotta imagine it's hopefully less now,
I
but-
still don't have lights.
so many other people don't.
Sure.
But that doesn't give you the right to go where you're not supposed to go. And not only have I ordered you not to be out in the middle of the night, but the police and everybody else told you, stay at home. Don't go out in a hurricane. And yet you go out. It's not goodwill. You know, I mean, Mr. Mercer, now it becomes enabling. That's what it does. And it tells him that if I let him go, it's okay. It's not. He still thinks he can do whatever he wants to do.
I'm tired of coming in here and making excuses. What I've had to do is to remind myself.
Look, if you want to withdraw from that case, you can withdraw and I'll appoint him a lawyer today. I'm not letting you go. It's not fair.
Oh, Judge, I got asthma and allergies. I'm literally sweating bad. I couldn't even breathe in the house. Judge, I could not.
Stay.
No, I couldn't go nowhere else. I'm steady. I'm looking for a job. I can't find a job. It's hard. Everything is hard for me. Like literally everything is hard, Your Honor. Like
I didn't have power either. I don't have air conditioning. I have a fish that I'm trying to save by sitting there bubbling water myself, trying to keep this fish alive.
I don't have
So we all have things that we deal with.
No, nothing. You wanna like I can't even charge. I barely can charge my ankle monitor. We have no power, like literally no power.
Go somewhere else. You don't go to the house that you're forbidden.
I don't have literally, I don't have nowhere else to go. I don't have family out here. I only have one person out here, one other person out here, other than my mom. Literally.
Judge, I'm not sure why the address was an exclusion zone. There's no victim in the case. It was an unlawful carry case. I don't know. If I would have caught that, I would have asked the judge to amend that order because it's his mother's and sister's house, and there was no reason to have that on the bond conditions. I don't understand why that was.
Tell me about it, because I don't remember. It's now been so many cases and so much that I don't even remember anymore.
On the first page, Judge,
I don't know, which case are we, because there's,
the weapon case, so
Okay.
it's March 12, 2024, officers were conducting a fugitive investigation for a wanted fugitive when they observed the defendant standing in front of an apartment in Harris County, Texas with an AR pistol on his waistband. Rifle magazine was visible on the right side of his waist. Officers approached the defendant and instructed the defendant to come to them for their investigation. The defendant then turned and ran away 20 feet from outside to inside of his apartment and ran upstairs with the firearm still in his possession. Officers then surrounded the apartment and gave commands for the defendant to come outside, which he eventually complied with. Officers then obtained consent from the homeowner to search the apartment and located an upper receiver inside a dresser, the rifle magazine inside the dresser, and a lower receiver of the rifle in another dresser near the window. The upper receiver had a live 300 blackout round ejecting out of it.
That's the first case.
That's the first transaction, picked up evading and unlawful carrying in a public place. The other two were evadings.
So
That's where the exclusion zone came from. I feel like I dropped the ball on that because I would have asked the court to amend that. It's his mother's and sister's home, and I didn't feel like that was necessary for him to have it.
why did we do that in the first place, the exclusion over there? Do you know?
Judge, I don't believe it's something we requested because we didn't really rip anybody since there wasn't a victim in the case.
But your mother and your sister stayed in?
Yes, my sister stayed over there.
What address is that one?
12650 Ashford Meadow Drive, Unit A.
Says he shall not go to or within 500 feet of the 12600 Ashford Meadow Drive.
I don't want to make a presumption, Your Honor, but I do feel like if I had approached the DA and asked them to amend that, I don't think they would have been opposed. That's something that I should have done.
And I'm with you.
If I had done that.
And Mr. Mercer, I'm with you, but he's still out at 4 a.m. You're still going out at 4 a.m.
I was leaving the place I was at because me and my mom were panicking so much. And I had to go to went to my sister's house. You can ask my mom, you can call my sister, you can literally ask both of them. They'll tell you. Literally. I was hiding. I have asthma and allergies. I can't breathe. I cannot breathe.
So bring him over here. I want to talk to him then.
I can call him on the phone, over the
They've
phone.
been texting with me. They said, please have the judge call us, so.
And she's even been calling. I promise she's even been calling here.
Bring him here. Let's talk to him Monday.
Okay.
Okay, Judge. Thank you.
Hold it to Monday.
In the interim, if it's their actual address, Judge, we will be unopposed to it.
I'm not going to do anything yet. I want to talk to them. Bring him here Monday. Let's roll it to Monday, and I want to talk to mom and sister.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay? Be back here Monday.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Thank you so much for coming. Are you mom? Okay, and you are a sister. Okay. How much do you know about Mr. Stewart? As far as all the cases that we have and how many charges he's picked up and of all the issues that we have, how much do you know?
We know about them, we don't know about it. What's really going on.
I am at wit's end with your son. I am up to here. We now have a total of 4 open cases. They're all the same. And the bond violations continue to happen over and over and over. And I have put him in jail at least Mr. Mercer, at least 2 different occasions, right? 3? To try to get him to understand that we mean business. Someone keeps bonding him out and he continues to do what he wants to do. This last time I told him, I don't want you to do certain things. I didn't want him out in the middle of the night. It's one of my main concerns. Nothing good happens at 2 a.m, at 4 a.m, at all. And in this last violation report, which I think numbers now 6, he's out at 4 a.m.
Came to my house, because he couldn't breathe.
He has asthma real bad.
And bronchitis.
And it's just, when it's hot.
They both came to my house because they couldn't breathe. And I had a mini generator and they blew out the air from the fan, and I have one.
And it can't wait another 2 hours until 7 a.m. until he can,
He couldn't breathe. And I had to give him the Buterol through the machine and the steroid pump.
He's been had this ever since he was a baby, and He cannot break.
Wake up sometime, out his sleep sometime and can't.
The noise he makes will wake you up. Who
Like
is
that.
this? Cause he can't breathe.
How does it continue to pick up these cases and how does it continue to violate these conditions being out though? And in one of the, at least one of the cases, he has an AR-15.
Well,
Well, I believe it's because he's been shot before.
I don't, look, it needs to stop. If somehow you guys are telling him it's okay to be out at 4 a.m, it's not.
That was just the one time that he came when the lights went out. That was it.
But it's always one time. It's always this, it's always that. And it just continues to happen. And this is the 6th time. Who does he live with now?
Lights came back on Saturday evening, so he's back with me. He stays.
Do you stay home all day? What do you do? Do you work? Do you?
Just like, I've been on disability ever since 15, 16. I have neuropathy in my hands,
Who else stays at the house?
just me and him. And it affects my whole right side.
Why, Mr. Mercer, why did we do the exclusion in the first place from the house? I don't remember.
It must have been just a standard boilerplate thing that I overlooked or that the state overlooked. I didn't sign on until later on. I subbed in for somebody else. It was just where the incident occurred. There was no victim in the case. There's no danger to anyone in particular. I think it's just where they found him with the weapon. So I don't know, honestly. I think at the last setting, the state indicated that they would not oppose taking that out.
Do you have any reason why we put the restriction on that particular address?
Judge, I think that was a court condition, if I remember correctly, and on the allegations and stuff, it looks like he kind of trapped himself into that house and caused this whole standoff, and then because of the facts of the case, he didn't want to be around there until he had more information. But if it's his house, like I said, I'm not opposed to him.
What is your address, ma'am?
Well, I moved from over there to,
The address is actually her house.
address.
So that address is your
That's the
address.
address he came to, but it's not the address where it occurred at. What the address where it occurred at is like way down the way. I live in the front, so he came to the front.
she's a friend of the lady whose house he was at, some friend,
Where it happened.
and he ran into her. She was a friend of the family.
He ran up to the lady that was the friend of the family house.
I only have 3 things that I want. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. Actually, 4 things. Curfew, so he's not out in the middle of the night, and that he's a working man,
I've been trying to.
so that he doesn't have too much time on his hands. That's the only thing I'm requiring from him. And I'm going to say this now, that it doesn't matter to me if he lives with you, sister. My only concern is that he's not out in the middle of the night and doesn't have a weapon. Okay? I'm going to let him go with you guys, but I'm going to tell you now, if I have any future violations, I'm going to set each of his bonds at $50,000.
So is he allowed to come to my address?
I don't think it's an issue. My only thing is I don't want him out in the middle of the night. We will put a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. If he's out past any of those times, I'm telling you, I'm going to make his bond really, really high. He has to have a full-time job.
I'm working on trying to get him in.
Why are you working on it? He should be working
He is
on
as
it.
well, I'm sorry,
Well,
we
we-
both are, we all are trying to just help him.
Yeah,
Because he's 17, so it's like, it's not so many jobs that
I
we
understand.
can get him,
Look,
we just
if
trying to
you-
help him.
I'm happy that you're helping him. Really, at the end of the day, if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. But I just want you to understand that I'm at wit's end. I will not entertain any more excuses. I don't care what it is. I don't care where he's going. If you need to have a breathing machine in both houses, put one in there. Because, come up, Mr. Stewart, I'm gonna take off the restriction that you can go to your sister's house. I mean, I don't care what house you're going to. Don't be out past curfew.
Yes, sir.
I don't care if you leave your charger at your sister's house and you have to go out at 9:05 to go get it somewhere else. The next time, and I'm going to make a notation clearly here of everything, because I'm not going to forget anything. The
Yes, sir.
next time, I don't care what your excuse is. I'm going to make your bond $250,000.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
At some point, they're going to stop paying to get you out because they're wasting their money every single time, thousands of dollars to get you out, for you to violate, to go right back in.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You're on notice now. If you are going to go to a particular house, have your overnight bag that has everything in it, your phone, your charger, your albuterol, the machine you might need, have everything, because I will not entertain any excuses. Mr. Mercer, you're on notice now. I don't care what the excuse is. The next time he violates any condition, you know what's going to happen.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yeah, we need to make
So
sure.
the only conditions that we have now, get a job full-time or be in school full-time.
Sir.
No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol,
Sir.
and no out past curfew.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it.
Do we need to, I'll talk to pretrial services about
Talk
the
with Tracy
address.
so that we iron everything out. And then that's it.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Thank you, Judge.
I appreciate you.
Okay.